Just before we dish out a few gifts for you guys, I'd like to add possibly the biggest thank you of the night to Miranda, the maid of honor. It's about 9 years. It's about 9 years overdue, but for introducing me to and then trusting me with your best friend, for the gentle coaxing we all knew it took to convince her to go out with me in the first place, and for distracting her from how far out of my league she is, I owe you everything. Charlotte and I are already looking forward to your wedding and to being a couple of old couples in many years to come.
One look at you, my whole life falls in line. I prayed for you before I called you mine. Oh, I can't believe it's true sometimes. Oh, I can't believe it's true. I get to love you. It's the best thing that I'll ever do. I get to love you. It's a promise I'm making to you. Whatever may come.
I think it's about time I say a few words about my new wife. Charlotte, you are the most beautiful woman that I've ever laid eyes on. And I've been madly in love with you for as long as I can remember. It was too hard to pick just one memory that really sums you up, because there are just so many, and so many of them that I just couldn't say in front of your family. So just give me a nod if any of these ring a bell. Do you remember the time we went on our first date and you chose for us to watch Madagascar 2: Escape to Africa? Do you remember reading that book and firmly believing you could control the weather in the Dominican Republic? Do you remember me, you, Zach and Nicola doing the dine and dash in Rome? Or how about holding my hand when that doctor in Tunisia administered a very large injection to a very sensitive area? Do you remember bursting that tyre and insisting for 2 straight days you had no idea how it happened? What about the thousands of times that you had to pretend to be upset that Arsenal lost even though you just don't care? Do you remember crying so much when I proposed to you that to this day you have no idea what I said? And even though I lit that whole place with candles and had a damn cello playing in the corner, you still maintain that Disneyland was the best day of your life. You see, Charlotte is stunning, that's obvious, but she's also fearless. She can be ridiculous. She's endlessly cute and then feisty as hell. You are the most interesting person in the world to me, and whether we're on the beach in Mauritius like we will be next week, or in the long life milk section in Sainsbury's, it's never dull. And so for one last time this evening, if I could now ask you to be upstanding and raise your glasses. Baby, we were always told that we were too young to do any of this. But even as recently as in the last couple of weeks, we've been reminded that life can be very, very fragile, and I wasn't going to waste another minute of mine without being able to call you my wife. I love you now and always, to Charlotte.